Rowing makes it special because it's such the ultimate team sport, and that you have to be in such unison. And if you have one rower that's just out of sync, or if they're not pulling their weight, it really slows the rest of the boat down. And so there's tremendous dependency on each other, and it does put a lot of pressure on each other to really bond together and really learn to trust each other. And so it's really just one boat, and you can't really stand out like a running back in a football game with so many yards and stuff. It's a fairly statless sport, so uh, you have to do it for the team. I love sports and I love competition, and I think also the teaching aspect that coming from a teaching family, and teaching people skills and being in an environment where you can be competitive and yet still teach people a lot of life skills. And so I think that very nature of having that huge impact on outcomes and how people perform and all that has really been a big draw to why I like coaching. I think it starts and ends with the athletes and their experience, and so that entails the little details in terms of how you practice, and learning these different stages, and evaluating the athletes on where they are, where they need to get to, and to bring support to those athletes, whether it be good equipment or good teammates. And particularly in the collegiate rowing, recruiting is a big part of it. So just like in a boat, I have to have a really good staff and assistants that are doing their jobs, and relying on that they're doing what they need to be doing. So, working as a staff and coaching is a team in itself, and so it's really providing what's needed. Collegiate rowing and almost all collegiate sports have become more professional, to what we wear, to the events, to the kind of equipment, to the kind of support that you demand from the athletic department, when the strength coaches and the trainers, and making sure that your athletes are got the right classes and scheduling all that. So it's really gone from something that coaching in the launch to a lot more of the other stuff that goes with it. One of my goals was to actually come back to my alma mater and coach at Rutgers, and I always thought that was going to be special. And to take Rutgers sort of to that next level, and it was really an unfunded program, or lowly funded, when I rode and when I first came back, and really not much changed for a long time. And but then in the last several years, we've been able to, with the new athletic director, and getting a lot of things that we've been asking for, and it's made a huge difference. And so I think as a coach, you're always trying to get the most out of what you have, but now that we have a lot more, we can get a lot more out of it.
There's some people that are into rowing now as masters, and so they want to compete at a high level. And so I think for me that I don't take the easy route usually. I like to do things on a grander level. And so it's working at Rutgers is hard. It's a lot of work, and trying to catch up to where these teams that have been given big budgets and been able to just throw scholarships around, and we've had to kind of work at it, squeeze speed out different ways. And I think that's one of the things that we try and guard against, is to keep that edge as we move forward and get more support. But I've been coaching for 20 some odd years already, and it's hard, particularly those cold mornings, and it's a lot of stress. And I have a child, Sam, and a wife, Mo, that I'd like to maybe get my weekends back, and just do something different. And whether it be starting a charter school or something else. And so I like to challenge myself in other ways too. So So I think it's just kind of, I don't see myself as a complete lifer as a coach, but I'd like to teach at some point. So I think that I'm getting close to that point.